Alright, it's Editing Rachel. Back again. Hello. If you saw the last video, you know that I accidentally made this video a 40-minute video, so I cut it into two parts. If you want to see the first part, go and click on the last video. But I'm gonna just jump right back in so you can get the full analysis and the remainder of everything I think. Hope you guys enjoy. Anytime that Trinity's alone, Zane shows up. Somehow. He's just always there. And, okay, we get a little bit more about this later, but I still feel weird about it, and I have a couple questions about it, and I would really like to keep reading so that I can know why this happens, but no. We just, you know, I made this book club instead of reading this on my own, so now I have to pause and wait and find out more later, but it's fine. So now Misha is going on and on about Zane's eyes, and we find out that the reason that that his eyes look different is because he lost a part of his soul. That's a lot to take in. I don't, like, this is obviously gossip that Misha's heard, but I just don't understand how you could joke about something like that if it's not true. Like, that's awful. And also, they have eye color changing eye contacts, so I don't understand why he wouldn't just wear those if, you know, he doesn't want anybody to know, but, you know, whatever. But we found out that Zane's clan raised a girl that was half demon, half warden, and the daughter of Lilith, which I feel like every time a story has demons in it, they have to bring up Lilith. Like, Lilith has to be the mother of all demons in every demon universe. Like, whether we're watching Supernatural or reading this book, or I can't think of any others right now, but it's always Lilith. Like, can we give the girl a break, you know? Apparently she has a lot of kids all the time. It's always Lilith's fault. I don't understand. But apparently Lilith creates these demons called the Lilin, and I just think that would be like, you know, I don't know. That's weird to name them after yourself, but whatever. But apparently they're super dangerous demons who can take a soul with a touch, which means that Zane just kind of got touched by them, probably is what happened. But if they can take your whole soul by just touching you, you know, did they just kind of graze over them? They only got a half of it? Like, I don't... But Zane is still friends with the half-demon, half-warden girl. So that's a thing. We don't know anything else about her except that she's half-demon, half-warden. Like, I don't even know what her name is, but yeah. So the gossip is that apparently he's been known to work with demons, but maybe not all demons are bad. I don't know. We don't really know that much about it, even at the end of the 12th chapter. He doesn't really talk that much about it, except that Zane does say maybe they're not all bad, which is fine. I'm not opposed to that idea. I would be interested to see how that works out, because, you know, a lot of... I just don't understand how they would be exposed to things such as right and wrong, except for this half-warden, half-demon who would be exposed to those types of things, like, hey, this is right, this is wrong, don't kill people, blah blah blah. Like, I don't understand how other demons who were brought up in that way, like, who weren't brought up in that type of structure, would know good from bad. I mean, you could argue that it's, like, in our nature to know. But I'm not going to get into a talk about philosophy and the right and wrongs of the world, but I would be interested to see that theory play out more and see where that goes, because I really don't know what to think about demons being good. I don't know. I would definitely be interested to see it though, see what happens. But yeah, so then we find out that, you know, after Trinity sees that the ghost she tries to save had been killed by an upper level demon, they go to tell Theory, and they bring in Nikolai, which is the head of the DC clan. So now they all know that she sees ghosts, which is not a normal, you know, human occurrence for most of us, which is, I really don't know why they make the decision to allow Nikolai to know. But yeah, now he gets all the juicy details about her being able to see ghosts and speak to ghosts. So then Trinity decides to go to the pit. Okay, after this whole situation happens, they sound the alarm and they send out a rescue group. She goes up to her room and, well, okay, there was a break, and then she's in her room and she's feeling restless, it's getting late, but she decides to go out to the pit, and then once she gets to the entrance of the pit, which is like their little gathering zone for, you know, cool teens and whatever, she gets the entrance and she decides, oh, I don't really want to go and bother Misha, because if he's talking to Elena or whatever her name is, she doesn't want to go bother them. So she decides to turn back, and when she's like halfway back, she gets attacked and someone like hits her in the back of the head. So then cue huge fight scene, and she uses her grace, which supports my theory that she's either part angel or part god or whatever. Just saying, I think that's what's happening here, I really do. But yeah, we got a sweet, sweet fight sequence, and she uses her grace to pull and like manifest a sword out of her body so that it just appears, and then like slices through him like butter. And as she goes and runs away, because he like dies, whoever it is, he has a mask on, so we don't know who the warden is, but they die. And I think they're dead. If they're not dead, they're very, very injured. But she runs away to go tell Theory, because, you know, she's bleeding everywhere, and, you know, the demons are gonna be crazed out by the scent of her blood or whatever. So she runs away, and Zane just pops up again. So our creepy stalker's back at it, but as she like runs into him, she passes out, so he has to carry her back, and they of course make witty remarks when she comes to again, because that's literally all they do. And yeah, so then as she's laying on the ground bleeding out, she said, Zane admits that, you know, Zane admits that he feels like they've met before, which is like big deal, and then she passes out again. So, you know, we get her waking up in the morning, and she's talking about how her blood makes demons cannibalistic. But here's my thing. Cannibalism is, I'm pretty sure it's defined as when a thing of a certain species eats another thing of that same species. So if a demon is cannibalistic, then she would have to be part demon. Or they're all part of this like higher species where it's angels and demons are of the same, which is also an option. But I don't know, I think it's a weird way to say that if she isn't of a similar species, because, you know, it's like humans eating meat is not cannibalism, it's being carnivore. But if it's like a frog eats a frog, that's cannibalism. So I think it might have been a hint to what she used, but I don't know if it's just I don't know that much about, you know, biblical species, but I don't know if this was a hint and I just missed it or whatever, but I would be interested to see what, like, once this is all done, if this was a hint to something. But yeah. So apparently when she uses her grace, she gets a nosebleed for hours, usually. And again, we already know that the blood draws whatever, like, demons are around to her to eat her. So this is obviously not great for her, because that means that she's just like, smell me kind of thing for hours, and that's awful. So Zane has been waiting outside, and everyone is pretty suspicious of his great timing. Even like Matthew said something about it, so confirming my theory that Zane's a little odd. We also noticed that Misha is not there when, like, she wakes up, and she thought it was weird because Trinity's like, oh, Misha should have been like pushing people over trying to get here, I don't know why he's not here. And I think that's definitely very odd, especially when your best friend just got injured. No matter like whether you're mad or not, like, you should be there. Like, that's your best friend. But okay, so then they go into this whole thing about spirits and ghosts, because Zane now knows that Trinity can see ghosts, and says, so we find out that ghosts are the ones that have not passed over, and spirits have passed over. But then we also find out about race, which are humans who died without a soul. And we've also found out that Zane knows about them, and I think he's seen them. Which, you know, and then that plays into the conversation which they have after, is that they had a Lillian in DC, which I will remind you is the children of Lilith that can apparently just steal your soul without a touch. With a touch, sorry. So Zane's father died while fighting these Lillian, and he died protecting someone, which I'm guessing is whoever this half demon, half warden girl is. I'm guessing that he died protecting her. That's my guess, because I think Zane's mom is dead, and we're making an assumption here that she did not get remarried, or his dad didn't get remarried, but that's what I'm guessing he died protecting. But Zane does a really sweet thing, and he asks if she's safe there, and if she wants to, you know, come back with them. She's totally okay to, and that they'll protect her and find somewhere safe. And I think that's actually like the nicest thing Zane's done so far, especially with everything that they've seen her go through. Like, she just woke up from getting attacked by a warden, and he saw everyone else not super worried about it, and mostly just mad that Misha wasn't there. So I think this is a really good character development for Zane to be like, oh, are you safe? Because it does not seem like she is from an outsider's perspective. So then we get some very interesting news that Trinity asks him why he was there when she ran away, and Zane says that he was feeling super restless, like, which is strange for him when he was with the two friends he came from DC with, and he just needed a breath of fresh air, so he goes out there with Nikolai and then runs immediately into Trinity. So maybe they have a spiritual connection, who knows? That's my guess. But then we get a great scene of her friendly ghost going and spying on Theory and Matthew, and I love that, because if I could talk to ghosts, that's definitely what I would do. I would make them spy for me all the time, which is, you know, because it's just like now you have a secret agent who no one can ever see ever, and it's wonderful. But we do find out that Trinity blames herself for her mom's death. She was there when it all happened and she didn't use her grace, and everyone keeps reminding her that like there's nothing she could have done, but I don't know, she just really blames herself for it. I mean, we don't really know what happened, but yeah. And then we do find out that it was Clay who tried to murder her, which I'm not necessarily surprised, and I'm very happy to know that he's dead now because I hated him, and I'm so happy that we are going to get through the rest of this, like the next half of this book, and I never have to hear his name again because he was the worst, and I hate him. Absolute trash. So Misha's bond with Trinity is supposed to alert him that she's in danger, and he felt nothing, which either means that she wasn't in mortal danger, but I think it's pretty apparent that she was, or their connection has somehow been broken. And I think this means that she has this new connection with Zane because somehow Zane kind of knows when she's in danger and just keeps showing up. But I don't know how they could form a new connection when she's known him for 2 days. But I don't know. Yeah, so then we get that great thing of Zane saying, so then she goes and sees Zane, and he just answers the door in a towel because he heard footsteps. And they have great hearing. But I don't know, I don't think you normally do that with someone, you just answer in a towel, but whatever. But then you get that great line from Zane saying that not all demons are evil, just like not all wardens are good. And I just, you know, I leave everybody on that again. And this is why I really want to finish this so bad. I want to know what's happening. But now I have to wait another week to see what's happening. I honestly, I don't know if Zane is her new protector, how she feels like, how they both feel like they know each other from previous, like when they've never met before. But I really, really want to binge read this. I hope that we don't find out that, like, I hope this is not a Mortal Instrument situation where he turns out to be a brother or something, because otherwise I'm gonna scream because that's gross. But that's what I'm worried about because I've been burned before. I don't know if I want them to be happy together or not until I find out why they feel like they know each other, because I am nervous about it. Or maybe Zane is part of the species that she is, even though he looks like a warden. So she's half whatever species, half human. Maybe he's half warden, half whatever species. That could explain the eye color and why they feel like they know each other. And hopefully they're not siblings. But I don't know. I want to read the rest of this so bad. I want to know what's happening. I don't want to wait another week, but I'm going to. I'm going to stay on track with everybody else. But if you like this video, please subscribe. If you want to read more of my book reviews and me talking about stories and podcasts and writing tips and all that great stuff, I'll have the link to my blog below. I'll also put the link to my Barely Book Club if you want to join in this reading with us and, you know, experience the greatness that is this group and all of our feelings and emotions about Trinity and her oversharing. But I hope you like this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye!